But when it comes to education, you were a roller coaster in it, didn't you? You switched between a lot of schools. You studied in OT also?
Yeah, OT also. I did about 3 schools. Yeah, I changed 3 schools. Not much.
Three
But my
schools?
brother he changed a lot of schools.
Where was it?
Me?
Yeah.
Initially I started with Saudi, of course, Jeddah, from LKG to 3rd.
In ISJ?
Okay. Yeah, it was first one of some other primary school or somewhere, I forgot the school name, and then to ISJ, and then to UT, 4th to 7th, UT, 8th, 10th again back to Jeddah, ISJ, ISJ 8th, 9th, 10th again DPS Jeddah.
Oh yeah, you went to DPS, I remember. My brother was in DPS, my sister was in DPS when, you moved to DPS, I remember. Yeah.
And 11th, 12th, Chennai.
11th, 12th, Chennai. It's been a roller coaster for you, experiencing different kind of
the best of all is Uti, dude. Uti is the best of all.
And any hill stations, any schools, they always find them best. I meet people from there, they're like, oh, it's a different life, bro. I can't explain it.
It's actually a different life. It's like, it's hard to explain it unless you go and physically be there and experience it.
It's something about having an education in a cold place.
That's a vibe. The word vibe, that's actually a vibe over there.
That is true. That is true. Because even when you travel to some hilly places and you go on vacation or whatever, the only mood you get is actually read something, or explore something. So exploring itself is like, you trying to, as a human being, you're still trying to learn things through exploring. So it's still educational for you. And it's something to do with high altitude and cold temperatures, and you just feel as a tropical species as us, because we've been living like what? Saudi Arabia was hot all the time. You're in Chennai, another hot place, and then you're in cold place, and it's just like completely refreshing. I think that's why a lot of people who come from the cold places get into it.
True.
And you were into horses and Ooty?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I love horses.
I enjoyed it. I mean, like, that's when, my brother, because me and my brother, we both joined into horse.
So it was a hostel?
Boarding. Yeah, boarding.
Okay.
Every day in the gaming time, in the game times, around 5 to, 4:30 to 6:30, 2 hours, that's your gaming time, sports time actually. My brother would go back to football or cricket, I would just go back to the stable. I just go back to the stable, I'm going there.
So they had a stable?
Yeah, they had their own stable. Initially they didn't, they used to bring horses from the race course.
Okay.
Weekly once basis, weekly once. But then later, they constructed their own stable and they had a full-time riding course.
So you learned riding and everything from there.
Yeah.
It's a whole different feeling riding another living thing, isn't it?
One great thing that I loved it so much because I used to feel them as my own pet. So it's like I even feed them sometimes. You should not, but then I just go ask and they'll be okay, fine. Slowly, you give them some grains and yes.
So you had one particular horse that...
No, I was comfortable with all.
Okay.
But there's one which is very tough. But I got a chance only in the end to control it. But I did control it. But it was tough because very tough.
Man, I would love to work in a horse ranch and just spend time with, completely connect with a horse. It's just magical games.
The best part was that all those race courses, houses when they bought, they bought one or two were already trained. Yeah, they were already trained, but the rest was like new. So I was part of their training thing for the horses. So
how old were you then?
4th, 5th.
So were you like what, 14, 12?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good age to get into these things, especially start training.
Of course, physically I was able to go through all the things. I could see the stages observing as an observer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could see how they train, how they did it. Because I liked those parts. All my other friends used to go for cricket and everything. I used to go for here.
So, how was the experience? What's the basic things?
That's of course, that's it's too hard. That's when in the beginning they start, first thing is making the focus, putting those, this what do you call the eye stabilizer?
Yeah. The one that covers them.
That covers the eyes.
It stops
Covers
them
the
distraction.
Yeah, distraction. Now, the initial it's too hard to to make them get used to it. And they used to whack, they used to start giving a buck and all.
Like a buck, like what do you mean, like a kick?
Yeah, like a kick. 2 legs and behind and back 2 legs.
Have you got kicked?
I haven't got it. I would have passed away that same day.
That would be one hell of a story, bro. I was just behind the horse and I got kicked. Dude, that's one of the things that really scares me when I go behind a horse. I was just like, do not kick me. I am not fit. Do not kick me. I won't survive that. So I used to do that. Like,
that slowly, just learn that. I mean, saw a few things. Like, you're not allowed to go and see every day.
Okay.
But I had an opportunity to see it at least sometime.
So were these thoroughbreds or like proper race horses?
Yeah, as I said, few of them were proper race horses. Few of them were, what do you call, like fresh ones, like just bought, and then they started training it. They took for them 2 months to train it.
But not all end up being like the ones that go from
on the ranch, on the
race courses,
right?
Yeah, like they get owned by people who pay
Yeah.
so much amount of money, like for.
Actually, as I said, maybe I think they bought 6 or 7. Already 3 were proper race course
Because they got retired from the race course and these people bought it. And school bought them.
Yeah.
Apparently they had retirement life in our
yeah.
school. So that's why those 3 were like
properly trained,
like,
right?
wow,
Yeah. So they don't have like. Have you when you were around these horses or around these people who train horses? Have you noticed any horses having traumatic experiences or like because they were race horses, they're conditioned with proper.
See, one thing is that I was in a very young age.
Okay.
4th to 7th. So even at that time, technically speaking, I didn't have any idea about all those things.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just learned what to be learned in that age. Again, in terms of but by physically seeing everything or physically observing everything, I didn't feel anything traumatic or something. That's fine.
So, what was those lessons you learned at that time being with the horses?
See, the best thing is that end of the day, one thing is that you're doing it for your pleasure. I mean, just riding on it.
Yeah.
Second day, even they are also living.
Yeah.
So it's again as the same, like how a human works for 8 hours, as in what do you call an average working hour per day. That's the maximum. So same way, that's the maximum you can take for an horse. You can make them work or do something. So making them overwork or something is equivalent to what you're doing. Like how hard whatever you feel.
Yeah.
So I feel that making them riding them or something to a limited hours is fine. You need to give them the same respect as what we give to other humans in terms of their work life cycle and everything. So a proper stable, proper food for them so that they have their own good health. Equally, so however you respect a human, the same way when you respect the animal, I felt that you'll have a good relationship for a longer period.